Well, welcome back. I'm so glad that we are back in person. I don't know if you guys got to see my last one. Um, awesome. Why is there feedback? Is it the computer? Is that one right? Oh. I love my tech because like they're helping me. These are awesome ladies here. Are you okay, let me ask. I mean, people like it's a lot, yeah, but it's worth it. So like learn, right? Yeah. Yeah, they really open. And it's not that you have to. I just put it out there if you want to wear them just to keep your clothes dirty from getting dirty, but it's not a requirement. Yes. So as soon as they get they're finished getting their apron on, we're gonna go ahead and get started. We'll talk about the ingredients real quick, and then we can go ahead and get to cooking, guys. So has anybody taken a professional cooking class? Have you? I didn't know they had those. They do. And you're in one right now. All righty. Okay, so what we are making, if you look on your table, you should see, we're gonna go ahead and get started. You're gonna see the menu dish, and it is called Uncrab Cakes. It is a seafood-less crab cake patty. The main ingredient that's on your table is a can of artichokes. And I have on your table 2 cans just because it's 4 of you guys. This recipe is normally for 2, what's on that paper. So for 2 people eating, you would use 1 can. You're gonna basically, if you're using for 4 people, you're just gonna double the recipe. So you would have a whole pepper and instead of just having a half, because everybody else has half a pepper on their table and garlic. Okay, so let's talk about the other ingredients. The main ingredient, like I said, is artichoke. You're gonna have a bell pepper. I did write red bell pepper on the actual recipe, but I couldn't find them at that time, so I use a regular bell pepper. Any kind of pepper can be substituted. Sometimes they have those little sweet peppers. You can use those as well. If you don't like peppers, you can omit it. It just gives another flavor to your patties. Okay. Is it still? Okay, because it's still because she muted it on here. Yeah, you're not. All right, so you have a bell pepper in a white bowl. You have a bell pepper. You also have a half an onion. In these little metal cups here, you have different seasoning. The white cup has cornstarch. Cornstarch is a binder. A binder just means that it's gonna help keep it together. Then the other little container, it looks kind of reddish like, that is Old Bay seasoning. If anybody cooks with seafood, you use this. This is just gonna give it a really nice flavor. You also will have another little container on your table that has, looks like pepper. This is called seaweed garlic salt. It is actually from the sea, and it's gonna give that seafoody taste. Seafood literally tastes seafoodish because it comes from the sea. So it's picking up all the different flavors. So this is just this is seaweed, and it's crushed with garlic. You can, yes, you can get it from ShopRite. If you go through like the seasoning department, you can go there and get that. There's another store, if I don't know if any of you guys shop at Whole Foods, you can probably get it there too. I actually looked at Trader Joe's, they don't have it there. I normally shop at Trader Joe's, Whole Foods, ShopRite, I go to Stop and Shop, I go to a lot of different stores, Aldi, and this particular recipe only cost about $4 and some change to make. The most expensive thing on here is these artichokes, and this is only $2.49 for this can. I get this at Trader Joe's. And, oh, you have a clove of garlic too. And those white bowls, you have breadcrumbs. So we're gonna finish the patties with the breadcrumbs. And then we have a frying pan on your table and an induction cooktop. I don't know if you guys ever cooked with one of these, but it's basically having like an electric stove, personal electric stove. And I'll come around and help you get started with that. So normally what I do in the beginning part is just kind of demo a little bit. And then I go around and let you guys, if you want to go at your own pace, that's fine. I'm just going to kind of demo a little bit what you want to start with. And then we can kind of go around. And if you need my assistance, I'm going to kind of walk around the room a little bit and we'll cook together. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. No question is dumb. So even if you think it's like, oh, I don't know how to do this, no problem. All right, so let me move this out of the way so you guys can kind of see this. I'll move this down a little bit. We're gonna talk about knife skills. I have 2 kids' knives on the table. Is it 2 over there or 1? This is regular. That's a regular knife. Yeah. The kids' knife should be a white one. Yes. So any of the kids, I can get that. They can cut with that. No child is to cut with the ones with the Thank you. And do you guys want another cutting board? Yeah. I'm going to give you this one because I'm going to use this wooden one to cut off. Now, guys, I put all these things in place. Normally when I cook, I do something what is called mise en place. That's just a French term that means that everything's in its place. So if you pull out all your ingredients and measure everything ahead of time, normally you don't forget stuff. Sometimes it still happens because I've been known to forget something and it's sitting right next to me. All right, so let's talk about actually how to hold a knife. The first thing we're going to actually cut into quarters is our onion. So we want to talk about how to properly hold your knife so that you don't get cut. The first thing you're going to do, depending on whether you're left-handed or right-handed, is you're going to pick up the knife, grab your hand around the handle, take your thumb and place it on the front part of the blade, the other fingers around this part of the knife. This is how you should be holding your knife all the time. Never your fingers up here. This is not stable, and your hand will shake. The other thing that you're going to do is you're going to bear claw your hand. You're going to take that opposite hand and you're going to close those fingers up like this. This is called a bear claw. And the reason we're doing that is that your knife is going to rest against your knuckles, not out here. We don't want to have to get Band-Aids or anything like that. So whenever you are cutting, one hand needs to be curled up, the other one is here. This is a stable way to hold your knife. Exactly. This is called knife skills. Everyone should know how to actually properly hold your knife before you do it. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to show you something real quick and then you guys can go behind me and do it. The back part, I left the back part of the onion on. This is the root. The reason you leave that on is to keep you from crying. Most of the gases are in the back of the onion. So if you cut that off first, you're going to have like a bunch of tears coming out. And I didn't actually learn that from culinary school. I learned that by teaching another course somewhere else, and they taught me that trick. Because onions make me cry a lot. So leave the root on whenever you're cutting. You can take the peel off, but just leave that part on, and then you can cut that portion off at the end. All right, so basically all I'm gonna do is, like I said, I'm bear clawing my hand. Can everyone see me? I'm actually just going to cut this in chunks. We're not gonna dice this because you guys have little choppers on your table, and we're gonna chop all those ingredients up. So we're gonna start, and I'm just gonna slice down, and then slice down again. So I've done like 2 cuts so far, and let's try till we get 1 more cut, like that. And then you can just leave your ends over to the side. And then I'm gonna take it and kind of like lay it out. And then I'm just gonna cut into 3 pieces, okay? And then I'm just gonna put that in the a food processor. You guys have little choppers. Uh-oh, 1 man down. You guys have choppers, and what's gonna happen is you're gonna place your onion in your chopper, and then once you have chopped everything up, we can put it in. Awesome. You guys have a regular knuckle? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. She just what does that mean? Yeah, it's kind of weird to hold it that way, but it's more structured so that you don't actually tilt your fingers and stuff. There we go. So you do know it's called listening and following. So don't do that with fingers. Good. You can't do that for fingers. Awesome. And then you guys can put it inside the chopper. Okay, and once you get that chopped, the onion, go ahead and put your lid on. I'm gonna put mine's all in at one time, but since you guys have one small chopper, you're just gonna do your onion first, and then we're gonna come in and cut our pepper. Go ahead and press on it. Gotta press it. Gotta press it. Yeah, use your hand. Awesome. Keep going. And then once you get the onion in the chopper, you can pour it directly in your bowl. Yeah, we gotta cut the peppers up. And the only reason that we cut it first so that you don't put big chunks in there because it's not gonna break it down. Yeah, that, it wouldn't cut that. All right, guys, we're gonna move on to the next step, which is the pepper. Parents, I might have you cut this in half because you have a whole pepper on there, so I might probably ask you to cut the pepper in half. Basically, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the same thing with the pepper. Your pepper at this table is a half. They have a whole, but they have more food, so that's why they're doing it that way. You're just gonna cut it in half. Make sure you lean it on the table, Mama. That way you don't cut your hands. Thank you. We don't want any accidents. Okay. Then after you cut it in half, you're gonna take what's just called the pith. The pith is that white stuff on the inside. We're gonna take that out. So you can just use your hands and go in there and pull that out. This is where the seeds and stuff are. You can actually grow peppers from the seeds. My sister is the plant person at home, so she's the one who grows everything. Yeah, we don't want the seeds in there. And if you have an empty bowl over there, you can pull the seeds and the pith into that. And then once that's done, and I already pre-washed all of the vegetables except for the onion because onion needs to wash. Yeah, there's seeds in there. All right, so then the next thing we're going to do is remember about bear clawing and holding your knife. We're going to just cut this pepper in half. So we cut it in half, and then we're going to cut it in half again, and then again. If your chopper is kind of small, you might need to cut one more time. Yes. And then once you get that cut, peppers are easier to cut. Yeah, just like that. And then once we get that done, we're going to do the garlic. Get that power going on. And then once you get your pepper chopped up, then you can go ahead and throw it in your bowl. And then we'll work on the next one. Yeah, you gotta go fast. Can you go fast like her? So just how I'm holding it down. Use one hand to hold. Awesome. Awesome. So guys, I'm just gonna talk while you guys are doing it. I don't know if you guys heard me when I came in, but I was just giving a little bit of background about myself. I am plant-based. I have been plant-based for 48 years. I do know how to cook meat. I just don't cook it because I don't eat it that way. What else? Let's see. I am a pastry chef. I used to own my own cake shop in Kansas City, Missouri. I lived there prior to 2018, and I moved back to the East Coast in 2018. And now I teach cooking classes. I've worked for like 2 different companies in New York teaching cooking classes. I have run a shared kitchen in Kearney, New Jersey, as well as in downtown Newark. And now I teach my own classes. And then I'm a part of Fun in the Kitchen, Family Fun in the Kitchen. So I'm so excited, yes. How's it coming over there, guys? Awesome. All right, guys, so next thing we're gonna talk about is the garlic. You guys have a little tool on your table. There is a garlic press and this. We are gonna talk about how to remove the peel off the garlic. There is a trick. So moms, you might have to help with this part because it's something that might be a little bit challenging for the kids to do, but you can just show them and then they'll know for the next time. So the way that I normally unpeel my garlic is I lay the garlic flat down onto the table on a cutting board, take my knife sideways, and I literally hit it. The reason I'm doing this is I'm squeezing the peel out. You might have to do it one more time. And the peel will just come right off. So then you have just a regular piece of garlic. And then if you have peels, guys, you can throw it in one of your empty bowls. Okay, and then after you do that, then you're gonna put it inside your garlic peeler press. And then you're just going to press down. And since you guys have your bowls, you're just gonna press it into your bowl. And it's basically like making minced garlic. Garlic press are amazing. Everybody got the garlic in. How does that smell? It smells good, doesn't it? It's like when you cook with garlic, I love the smell of it. Okay. Did it get stuck? Oh, okay. You don't have to. Oh, but yeah, if you want to, yeah, go ahead. All right, everybody got the garlic in? All right, once you get your garlic, you should have your can of artichokes. You're just gonna pop the lid to the can of artichokes. And there is water in there. Please be careful when you're popping the lid so you don't cut yourself. You should have a single white bowl on your table. All you need to do is just pour the liquid out into that bowl. It's just water. We don't really need this. And then this, we're actually just going to put into our food processor. And so if you have a small one, I would probably do like maybe 2 or 3. So once you get that in there, guys, try to chop that up in your chopper. Walter, come here. It's funny that we're okay. All right, has everybody got their artichoke cut? Yeah. Okay. I think I'm gonna have to cut this one up. All right, so I'm gonna table 3 over here. You stay at your speed, and then I'll come over there and help you guys. All right, so then the next thing you know is you're going to add your seasonings. So basically what we're gonna do is add your garlic salt, which is the garlic seaweed salt. You're gonna add that to this. Yes, you're gonna add it to your bowl. And then you're gonna add that cornstarch. And then after you add your cornstarch, then you're gonna add your Old Bay seasoning. Yes, everything is already pre-measured for you guys. And then you guys are gonna mix that up. And while you're mixing that up, I'm gonna have to chop mine up. Once you get it all mixed up, now if you want to add a little salt and pepper to taste, you can do that. Yeah, I wouldn't do a lot because the garlic salt already has salt in it. Okay, let's see, how's it coming over here? All right, guys, so while they're trying to catch up, we're gonna go ahead and get started on our patties here. This is the fun part. I like to take my jewelry off because I don't want food in my jewelry. So you should have a spoon on your table. Do you guys have a spoon that looks like this? What did he ask? Oh, you want to use that one? Okay. So then you're going to use your spoon and you're going to dip in here. And you're going to put it in your hands. And you're going to form a patty. Just like that. And then once you form that patty, you guys should have a bowl of breadcrumbs on your table. You're going to take it and put it in the breadcrumbs. Yep. That's a good patty. It looks solid too. That's what you need. All right, then I'm gonna come around and start plugging up your induction cooktops. All right, so I'm putting on my induction cooktop here. I got it on medium. And then you guys should have a little squeeze bottle of olive oil. You're gonna do 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippis, 3 Mississippis. And we're gonna let this pot heat up. While you're making those patties, your pan should be heating up. Your patties look so good. Yeah, I think there's enough for, one more. Let's turn it up to medium high because it seems like, yeah. Because I don't even hear anything yet. Yeah, you guys got it smelling good up in here. Look at all these chefs up in here. Uh-oh. You need another spatula? You can just pull that one from out of there. Okay, I got this one working. So I can get my patties cooking. I'm like, so much of patties. Once you guys are done making your patties, you can wash your hands. Do you need a ride? Yeah. All right, guys, I'm gonna try to catch up to you guys, because I see you guys are cooking, and I'm still waiting. I think my pot's bubbling though. So we got this sizzling going on. I hear it. I was like, I went to 3 different induction cooktops, and this one didn't want to come on. I was like, no, how's my oven not gonna come on? If you need a little bit more oil, just go ahead and add it. Not good yet. Then you have less work to do. All right, I'm back in the camera, guys. And letting these patties cook. Here, I'm gonna add a little bit more oil to my pan here. Get that sizzle going on. Not too much. You know what? Might have to pull out one of the real plates. All right, I'm gonna finish making my patties. I'm sorry. Yeah, don't worry about pickup, guys. We'll get you. It's all about having fun in the kitchen. Oh my God! Come here, yeah, and you're just gonna have to unplug it. Patties. Time to flip. They're nice and golden brown. We waited the perfect time. Yeah. Be careful. If you need to turn your fan down just a little bit, your pan to maybe like 3, it might be over hot. So there should be low, medium, and high. Go down 1 to maybe low at the bottom. something that he made, and so instead of a salty, I added a little. I know why you do salty. It's like everybody's doing an awesome job. Once you're finished, you can partake in some of your delicious patties that you had made yourself, guys. You are making a vegan dish. There's no meat in this. All right, I need to flip my patties over here, guys. Guys, I hope you guys are having a good time. I have been enjoying teaching this. It's so cool to be back in person again, to be able to teach. And I hope you guys can come for next month as well. Do we have anybody online? Was there anybody on Facebook or anything? Okay. Okay. Oh, that's okay. Because I didn't know last time they had questions and I was about to end it. And Sharon was like, we got questions. I was like, oh, okay, because I can't see anybody on the Facebook, so we don't have anybody on there.
I checked the comments.
Okay.
It's just people saying good morning from my part.
Okay, awesome, awesome. We have somebody in the chat. Oh, okay, gotcha. Awesome. Those are just like plastic oven mitts, the remove pans, but I guess they make them rubberized now, so it's to absorb the heat. Guys, thank you so much for participating in the class. I love doing this, and like I said, I hope you guys are able to come back for next month. Next month is August 20, I think it's 28th, whatever that last Saturday in August is. That's the next one. What are we making? Let's see, should I divulge? It's gonna be something good. It's more of an Asian theme on that one. Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna do a little Asian theme on that one. Yes, awesome. Thank you. Ladies, you want to try one of those? Did you get one? Yeah, please.
That's why with that name.
Yeah. Yeah. I gotta make sure I put Naima away something she'll kill me. How much mayonnaise can you steal? You can steal as much as you like. No problem.
Really like.
Awesome. If you follow me on my personal page, Afi Dreaming, and it'll connect you to my business page, DIY Diary. That's where you'll see a lot of my Facebook lives, and it'll show you all the recipes and stuff that I made. That live that I did, I think it's on my personal page, so you can just click on that. And then I was making the actual meal. I do. I do. That's okay. It just takes time to like literally get the consistency, and I did squeeze out some of the water. Get it together. Okay. Yeah. It's because the artichoke has a lot of water in it, and then the when you add salt to like onions, it pulls out the water. Yeah. Yeah. Salt pulls out water in onions, so it pulls out the moisture. So when you add salt to onions, it actually adds moisture. So that's why like you literally want to kind of like squeeze out that juice a little bit, so that it's not as messy. Yeah. Okay, oh, for 6 years. I lived there from 2011. Well, let me see, mid 2012 to 2018. Yeah. Oh, nice. Okay, awesome. Okay, hey, that's cool. Like I like to hear that because people are like, "Why did you move to Kansas City?" Well, why is it? It's like, why do people move anywhere? Exactly. Say that again. Yeah, exactly. They have Kansas City barbecue. Now I don't eat it, but I do eat the barbecue sauce. They sell it at Trader Joe's. It's actually the best sauce ever. Yeah. Yeah, it's Kansas City barbecue sauce. They actually sell it at Trader Joe's. Yeah. Yeah, Trader Joe's. What's going on, Walter? So did you enjoy the class? Awesome. So you think you want to come back for next class? Let's stay in here. You think you want to come in back for next class next month? Sure. Okay. Awesome. Well, I'm gonna look for you. You take your own. Yeah, we can toss all of your little disposable